I'm Matthew, the All Thumbs bum. If you've got a Suzuki 650 single, you need to watch this video. There's a couple of potential issues with these bikes if they're built before 2017. Now this applies to you guys with your DRs, it applies to the Savages, the Boulevards, I think they call it an S50 or something like that, whatever, to the XF 650. Now this bike is 26 years old, it's done 80,000 kilometers, still going real strong, real good bike, but the oil pump drive gear and the neutral sending unit have been playing on my mind, so I'm going to fix it and I'll show you what I did over the last few days before I cleaned up my act. Righto, stand by. So we're going to give Big Suze a birthday. Here's old Big Suze, cover some scratches there, that's my trick, stickers over scratches. Going to replace the oil pump drive gear and I'm going to get some screws and I'm going to get an engineer to drill some lock wire holes in them and I'm going to attempt to lock wire them. Stay tuned.
The next day.
Okay guys, it's the weekend. We're bloody doing some work on Big Suze. I went out to look for some safety wire to safety wire this bloody neutral switch. You know, because these bolts under here, I'll show you these. Well, this is what they. What is that fucking thing? These bolts here, they vibrate back out of here. So they reckon you safety wire it. So I got some bolts, it cost me $4. I got the engineer to drill it, haven't paid him yet, but it'd be worth some beer. But bloody, I went to buy safety wire, right? It's $80 a canister. I'm going to use like a meter of it in my whole life. This is the first time I've ever actually safety wired anything. So I went around to a bike shop and the bloke gave me a big spool of bloody wire here for nothing. So I'm going to give him some beers. You got to pay it forward. Anyway, the reason I got you out here is I got me Suzuki genuine part for the oil pump drive gear, which can apparently get brittle and teeth snap off it. And this is the new one. Now I don't know whether they're using different plastic or whether it's just sitting in that heat and that oil that's done that. But yeah, it'd be interesting if anybody knew. It's got printing on the outside. That just goes over this cog here. This here fits into that oil pump drive sprocket. Make sure it's all completely flush and be careful when you're pushing the clutch hub back in here, the outer basket, to make sure that meshes rather than crushes. And then there's a circlip to go back on there. The oil come out pretty clean, but we're replacing it anyway because it's been in there for a year. Alrighty, next thing is back to put it together and then we'll crank the bastard up. Stand by. On another trap for young players, you see in here, there's this wire that goes right around that hub, right? See down there? It comes through down here. I don't know what it's for, but it's for bloody something. Rightio. So, we torque this one up, 29mm to 100 NMs. Okay? I put the transmission into 5th gear, put the mallet through there, through the spokes, bottom of the swing arm. You don't need the special tool that way. Okay, and then I've replaced the lock washer, which goes through there. It's probably the most elaborate lock washer I've seen, and we'll tap that back down so that she doesn't spinny. But 100 NM is where you want to be with the 29mm. So I don't have a cameraman, I do all my own stunts. So I've just knocked that down there. Alright, so that's where you should be. Now just got to clean off the gasket faces and put the pressure plate back on. And is running again. What would I say summarising this? There was a bloke who said the most difficult thing on the job was getting the pin back in here in the back of the brake lever. But I tell you, I don't know what Suzuki puts in their gaskets, but I spent 2 hours getting the gasket off the side cover. Strangely enough, didn't stick to the cases, but it's baked onto the side cover. Now I know this bike's bloody 98, so it's what, 28 years old. I did end up using brake cleaner and a razor blade. Tried the 3M green cloth, tried a couple of spinning wheels in me drill. Nothing seemed to do it, but I spent a couple of hours on the job, so that was the hardest part. But as I said before, my neutral screws were only finger tight, so that was about it. And as far as that oil pump drive goes, well, that should last another 28 years, so yeah, 26 years or whatever it is. So it's back together. The only other thing I got to do for it next is try and find one of those GSXR 1000 titanium exhaust for it. So yeah, see ya on the flip side.